What's going on? It's yours truly. Just say it with me. They call me Mr. TALIAFERRO. How's everybody doing out there? First and foremost, I want to thank everybody for the love that my platform has been getting over the last few days. Subscribers have been up, views have been up. I want to believe it's because people trust my outlet, and I really appreciate that. My job and my duty is to try to give people an outlet that they can trust. Sometimes the content is childish. Sometimes the content is playful. It's music-based. It's beef-based. But I want you to be able to trust me no matter what we're talking about. And obviously, we've been talking about some very big issues in our country that's plaguing us. You're talking about an unarmed black man getting killed, and I do not take that lightly. So over the last few days, the platform has been much more serious overall. And I appreciate y'all for rocking with me. I want to believe people want somebody that they could trust. I want to believe people want somebody who's not got to be a parody of themselves to get their attention, that can speak to them and you know, has gained the voice of the people. And I really appreciate the love that y'all been showing your boy. I'm going to keep delivering on videos that I think you guys would like to see, conversations that I think y'all want to have. I mean, I said that I represent the culture for a reason. Right now, the culture needs attention to stuff that matters to us in our communities as people are protesting around this nation, which started off of George Floyd's, literally, this dude got murdered on camera, literally. I want you to watch this video in totality if you rock with me. Please, this video is going to get really great. I think all my videos are good, but trust me, at the end of this video, I guarantee you it's going to get great. All right, just watch this video in totality. Give me about 15 minutes of your time to do what I do best. So, two very impactful Instagram influencers, two people that I've actually had the luxury of both interviewing these people, B.Simone and Desi Banks. Now, I only interviewed B.Simone for a few minutes. I don't really know much about her personally. She's got a great come-up story, came from nothing on social media, worked her way up. Now, with Desi, I actually had a chance. I interviewed Desi multiple times, and one of those times I actually had a chance to talk to Desi off camera a few minutes and get to know him. That's a good black man. You know, that's a good black man. But black men, black women, anybody on this earth can make a mistake. White women, white men, people can make mistakes. And I see social media canceling these two because of something they said that I will look at and I will deem inconsiderate. But I don't like using the word cancel. I don't like canceling people, especially in your 20s, your 30s, even your 40s. We grow, we learn, we get corrected. Like, I can't cancel. Like, if I got a kid with somebody, like, she can't cancel me if I make a mistake, or I can't cancel her when you're raising a kid, or, you know, certain relationships. If you don't want to support them, fine, but the word cancel bothers me. We're correcting our brethren and our sister, Desi Banks and B.Simone, for some very inconsiderate comments that they made. So we'll start with Desi, and then we'll work our way to B.Simone. So Desi posted an image a couple days ago on social media of him, you know, pretty much showing what he believes a protest should be. Obviously, around our nation, protests have went violent. There's been looting going on in our streets, and Desi went for it. He said, this is a protest, and he showed something else, and he was like, this is a crime. Obviously, he wanted more of a peaceful protest approach, and people weren't going for that this time around. People don't want to hear that the weekend or the week of a black man getting killed on camera. That white man would not raise his knee off of George Floyd's neck. So Desi went on social media, tried to clean up his comments initially, and this didn't go over well. He said, if you want change in America, you need to register to vote. He said, I do wish things were better, but I will not allow the negativity to get to me. I got a child. I don't want him to have to go through this, so how can I teach him what's the right thing to do in this world? At the end of the day, I'm a black man as well. I never said nothing shouldn't happen to the people that created these problems. I just thought it could be a better way. But hey, I totally feel the same way you all feel. I was trying to be more positive about the situation. Desi said, I still got love for the people who thinking negative of what I said and said that I should be canceled. I can handle that. But in reality, what did I say was wrong? Maybe the wrong time for what I said. I agree, but just think about what I said. He went on to say, we do have the right to be pissed off. And then we're going to go to Desi Banks' social media account. He actually went on camera to kind of clean up what he said a little more. Check it out.
Good afternoon. I come to y'all to speak on, you know, the post that I made earlier. Just letting you know that, you know, with my heart, it wasn't put out to be anything negative, to put out more hurt than what it is, you know, already. I can say, you know, I've learned from the situation. I was able to speak with some friends and some elders to get a better understanding, to really explain on what it is that, you know, that I put out. You know, I'm here to say that I'm not against y'all. I'm not against no black people, but I just want to know what else we could have done, you know, outside of just, you know, rioting and doing things, you know, that, you know, we used to doing already. You know, we have their attention now. So what is it that we can do to come together to be able to help the community out in a better way? I apologize, you know, for the situation. I'm hurt. I'm hurt as well. You know, I wish I can take a lot of things back, but you know, in life we live and we learn. Like I said, I heard everybody. I saw you all's tweets. I seen it all. I took it all in. I've been in the car since 9 in the morning, trying to figure out, you know, what it is I was going to say, how I was going to get through this. You know, asking everybody, you know, what can I say? What can I do? But to be in reality, man, I had to come from the heart. I had to let y'all know that I understand y'all and I love y'all. With a platform like this, I want to be able to use it. Me being the younger generation, how can I bring my generation together to be able to do something better outside of, you know, what's being done? Not saying that that's wrong. I'm not disagreeing on that, you know, but like I said, we got their attention. What can we do now? You know, I'm willing to get up with anybody who want to get up and talk about this situation or seeing what we can do. I'm willing to be a voice with the platform that I got. You know, I can't be afraid to speak up because of what others think. I can't do that. And I'm here to step up and use my platform. I'm a spiritual person. You know, I'm here to be godly. I'm here to be able to do the Lord's work. I'm here for that. You know, so I pray that y'all can receive this information in a positive way and accept it. But if not, I understand. Like I said, the goal of that post wasn't to hurt y'all. When I saw it, that's how I felt in the situation. Not really breaking it down, but I'm like, okay, I like this. That's how I felt. So I love y'all again, man. I appreciate all the people that supported me. I appreciate the ones that left me. It's okay. I'm gonna get through this. I promise you, I will. People go through things. People overcome things. That's a part of life. But thank y'all. If you want to get up, let's do something. Let's be voices.
I'll give you a response to what I think about what Desi Banks said in a second. Let's go to B.Simone here. The "you're my boyfriend" girl. She said, baby girl said, doing your part is more than social media. She said, doing your part is always loving your neighbors, praying for your enemies, calling your black friends and checking on them, signing petitions, donating, meditating, looking in the mirror and becoming better. Before I try to lead my lead, I need to examine myself. Change is going to come. I'm not living to please man. I'm here to please God at the end of the day. I am a Christian. I am God-fearing. I have to answer to him. I'm going to ask myself, what would Jesus do? Not what would an angry black woman do. I am angry, but I'm also trying to be godly. Then obviously some of the people on social media started to say, yo, you cancel, B. She said, I'm not fearful of that shit. No problem. She said, I didn't stutter when I said I'm praying for my enemy. And when somebody said, yeah, you're canceled, she said, bye. She said, I'll never be canceled. I'm doing my part, period. I don't need Twitter's validation, a damn app. And then, you know, B.Simone did announce that she was taking part in helping give back to some people in Atlanta. I do want to make note of that as well. So what do I think about what was said between B.Simone and Desi Banks? Look, they were trying to go the God approach on social media. This is why pastors get in front of their congregation and speak, in front of the people that follow them and speak. It doesn't come across well on social media. That's not your church congregation. Just because they follow you for your talent, that's not your church congregation. They tried to go the preacher approach to it, and I just don't think that goes well over social media. I think that goes well when you're in a church, when you're watching your pastor, or you're watching your first lady try to lead you and guide you. It's tough when we see people who have branded themselves one way all of a sudden flip the switch and want to be something else on social media. In regards to B.Simone, she was more or less being exactly, you can really hear her say what a pastor would tell her to say, right? And I don't think that went over well the weekend that a black man was killed by a white man who's supposed to be a cop. His knee was on George Floyd's neck. I don't think that goes over well when you're telling people just to sit down, change is gonna come. People don't want to hear that today. People are frustrated and mad. I'll get into people's frustrations and their anger shortly. You don't want to miss that. Stay tuned to this video. In regards to Desi, I think his position is a little different from B.Simone, right? B posts videos and her base that follows her, she'll be fine. Desi Banks over the last 6 months, and if I was in front of Desi Banks, I would bring this up to him, and I hope my videos reach Desi. I hope he watches this and listens closely. Desi has changed his brand over the last few months. His brand has kind of become the hood dudes videos. How hood dudes act when they with their baby mama. How hood dudes act when they get their check. How hood dudes act when they walking up to a pretty attractive chick that they trying to get down on. He's changed his brand. So for him, with what he does, I thought it was terrible branding to come on social media with this all lives matter approach. I think it's really bad branding. I think that could potentially hurt his brand going forward. When this is all over and you try to post another hood dudes video, people gonna be looking at you funny. They gonna be like, yo, Desi, yo, bruh. And I think Desi's a good dude. I've had the chance to talk to him a few times. But be clear, people are gonna be like, yo, all you do is post videos about if you were a hood dude. Well, we saw by your tweets and protests and everything, you don't really represent us. You don't really rock with us. You can post all these videos about hood dudes, but when it was time to stand up for these same hood dudes that you act like you are and you perpetuate. See, I knew this would come for Desi at some point in the future. This is really bad branding for him. They gonna be like, yo, you ain't the person that you portray to be. You just act. You really nothing's different between you and a white kid that acts like somebody from the hood, a black dude from the hood. What's the difference with his approach? Again, that's how they're going to perceive it from his tweets and what he meant. Does that mean Desi's a bad person? Does that mean Desi is ashamed of being black? Absolutely not. I'm just talking about what perception is going to be. That was a very bad look for him. I think there could be some long-term damage to his brand for what he said. And I want to say this to Desi Banks and B.Simone, and I want to make sure I got your undivided attention here. This might be probably one of the deepest places I've ever went with my platform here. So I want to make sure I'm looking into the camera, and I want you to understand what I'm about to say. And I want to, stop the music real quick, and I want to say something because this needs to be said. Whether you agree with protest, and maybe that's your cup of tea, maybe it's not. Maybe you don't feel like it's for you to stand up for issues right now. Maybe you don't want to get out and be a part of looting or whatever. Maybe you just don't feel like you need to step up right now. I want to say this, because something I saw online bothered me this weekend. I saw elected officials running around asking why would people do this? Why are the people in the streets protesting? Why are they doing this? Why are they breaking into buildings? Why are they trying to tear down this good old America? And I want to say this to people who don't understand the pain of what people are going through right now. Elected officials, you don't understand why people are upset, angry, mad, feel like there's no tomorrow, they're hopeless. Okay, let's review some of this stuff. I want all us to get on the same page here. Okay, there are 40 million people unemployed. 40 million people. I believe in 2008, during one of the worst recessions in the history of this country, was the number around 3 or 4 million. Don't quote me on that. We're somewhere, it wasn't at 10 million, I can tell you that. The number of unemployed people today is over 40 million. Okay, all right. So people don't have jobs right now. Okay, there's a virus that has spread our nation, that has either made half of the country scared to go outside, or the other half of the country is doubled down, calling the virus a fluke. Okay, so we have a virus that's literally splitting our country, that's killing people, that has literally killed people. A virus that has literally put people in the hospital to the point where families have not even been able to bury some of these loved ones to this day. And I hate to get I really don't want to get this vivid with imagery, but I gotta say it. Because the coronavirus can live in the body after death, people have had to see loved ones or had to hear about loved ones being burned to ashes. Okay, so people are not able to even have those last few moments with their loved ones that they expected to live for many, many years to come. Okay, so people are losing loved ones and 40 million people are unemployed. Okay, the president, let's go Donald Trump, right? Let's go Donald Trump. I don't care about your political views. I don't care about your political views. I do not care about your political views. I know about leadership. And you maybe know about leadership. Okay, you can say what you want about Donald Trump. Maybe he gives you a good tax break. Maybe he does this for your business, whatever. You cannot look me in my eye and tell me Donald Trump has been a good leader. He has been, to me, from my knowledge of America and the history of this country, the worst leader of all time during this pandemic. I never go to sleep at night feeling good about this country tomorrow. He does not galvanize the troops. When Barack got into the office, there were some really bad days as soon as he got into the office because of that '08 recession. There were days where people felt good about tomorrow, knowing darn well tomorrow would not be a good day because Obama had that certain cachet about himself to make you feel good at night about certain things that happen in our communities. People would argue that we put too much trust and belief and love in Obama because he was so great with his words. Okay, so Donald Trump is the worst leader of all time. He's not galvanizing the troops. He's on social media, literally posted in the bathroom saying that people should shoot these thugs that are protesting. Okay, he called the people protesting thugs, but if I remember correctly, back in Virginia a couple years ago, he said some of those people that were protesting then, or some of those people who were angry outside with guns then, that were white, he said those were good men. Okay, I'm just trying to put all this together. So your president does not galvanize anyone. He's arguably the worst leader of all time. So let's just get this down. Okay, so your president doesn't lead. He doesn't make you feel good about tomorrow. Okay, people are dying left and right. Okay, people are unemployed at numbers we've never seen before. This will be the craziest stretch, hopefully, in American history. Hopefully it doesn't get worse than this. Okay, what else? Okay, there are no clubs or bars for the most part open around our country. If they are, they're just now in the beginning stages of opening. So people like to get a drink. This is what people do in our country. We like to drink. We like to smoke. We like to do things. We like to get away from our problems with a nice, cool one. Okay, so bars ain't been open. Clubs have not been open. Okay, so people can't even romantically go out, have a good time, dance a little bit, find someone that they might like. We can't even do that right now. Okay. So sports. We can at least watch sports while we at the crib, right? Oh, sports have not been around the last few months. I caught myself watching cornhole on ESPN the other day. Okay, so no sports either. So we don't have sports. We don't got bars. What do we have? What do we have? Device. Oh, vacation. Got it. Vacation. I'm gonna go somewhere. Oh, no. There's a pandemic going on. Planes, flights are cheap, but I'm too scared to get on the plane right now because I don't want to get this virus that's killing people. I don't want to put my family at risk. So you don't have anything to look forward to because there are people in this country, most people in this country, that work paycheck to paycheck, work hard for their money, and all they can look forward to is maybe one trip a year, maybe twice if you're lucky. Okay, I can't even look forward to a trip right now. I can't even look forward to a trip because I'm too scared to travel. I can't go on a cruise right now. I can't take the family on our yearly cruise because the virus is everywhere. Okay, so we can't go on a cruise. Can't go to the club. Can't go to the bar. Can't go watch sports. There are no sports right now. My kids, they play sports in the summer. Oh, they can't do that either because sports are closed everywhere. Summer sports are down. Okay, so my kids are in my house driving me crazy. Okay, crime. Okay, crime. Let's go to crime. So when you talk about crime, people are upset about crime all over. Black people are pissed at crimes going on in their hood. So we got black people killing black people. Okay. That pisses people off. That really pisses people off that they don't feel safe to go outside because they're afraid of their own color of their skin. All right, that pisses people off. And on top of all that off, you want to put all that together, people are broke, people are upset, we on camera this week, there was a white cop putting his knee on a black man's neck for over 10 minutes. Over 10 minutes. The man stopped begging for his life after 3 minutes because he was dead. Okay, so we had to sit there and watch you kill this black man on camera. Begging for his life. life. No resistance. And I'm sitting there watching cops just sit here and condone this, literally block people away from stopping this mess. The tipping point for America is here. So for you to say you don't understand why people are upset, you don't understand why people are angry, elected officials, what are you doing? You don't know what the hell's going on in your backyard. I'm calling all y'all out. You don't understand why people are upset and mad right now? You don't get it? I'm not saying you agree with their approaches or not. That's not what I said. That's not what I even brought up. I said, you don't understand why people are upset and angry about what's going on right now to the point where they're just done and fed up and tired of sitting on their couches thinking about how they're going to make money after the unemployment checks run out? Speaking of money, it's one thing that I forgot. Speaking of money, so with all this going on, and as we watch other countries, not all, but there are other countries, some giving out $2,000 a month to their the people that live in their country, and there are other countries, I have to admit, that are not giving out money at all to the people in the midst of this coronavirus pandemic. Okay, but there are countries that are lesser than America, less important than America, meaning they're not as braggadocious about their country as we are. We got people having to beg, literally checking out a YouTube video every day to figure out if we're going to get another $1,200 check or not. So people are broke and y'all being stingy with money. And I do believe, and I'm no expert, I'm not politically sound, I do believe one day we will look back at the selfishness over them $1,200 checks. Them $1,200 checks, I promise you they're going to be symbolic. And I do believe one day, America would have wished they just handed out more of those $1,200 checks to keep people's morals happy. Because to me, the effect of not keeping people happy is what you saw over the weekend. And I think it could just be getting started. Because by the way, the recession has not hit yet. That's still got to come. See, we still in the cause right now. The cause is the coronavirus. The effect has not come. We're about to enter some very dark times in America. And I'm not immune to it. I'm scared like you scared. So we arguing over $1,200 checks. Literally these countries and shits. And we watch a white man put his knee on a black man's neck. I'd like to argue this. I would be more shocked if people didn't riot and did show outrage. Because a lot of us are good people. A lot of us don't want no problems. We go to work, we go home, we stay the hell away from other people if we can. A lot of us are good people that don't treat people wrong. But we, in the back of our minds, we thinking, okay, if that man wasn't charged with first-degree murder, if he wasn't picked up before camera video flooded the internet, when will there be a more telling situation than Chauvin putting his knee on George Floyd's neck? If that doesn't deem for police to pick that man up immediately before social media has the social media and do its part, how was this man not picked up moments after George Floyd was deemed dead? So what you're telling me is Chauvin would have walked free if it wasn't for social media. This is worse than Trayvon Martin. We got the whole damn thing on camera. This ain't no he say, she say. We watched that man get killed on camera. And you don't know why people are upset. You elected officials, y'all have no earthly idea what's going on in y'all backyard. No earthly idea. You don't know why people are angry. People are mad. They're starving. They're hungry. The arrogance of this country, man. Look, I will still say this. I believe America is the greatest place to live. As a black man, I'm saying that. But damn, y'all so arrogant, man. Y'all get on my nerves with that arrogance. Y'all get on my nerves with that arrogance and acting like you clueless. I saw somebody tweet out, man, we need a leader like Martin Luther King. I saw a white guy tweet out, we would love to, we need a Martin Luther King type leader. I wish Martin Luther King was here. Y'all killed him. Y'all killed him. Oh man. I thank you guys so much for the time, love, support. I don't take it for granted. Again, I am not advocating for anybody to go out there and do anything to anyone. That's not what this video was. But to not understand why things are happening, to me, is a utter slap in the faces of Black America. And it's not the first slap. It's like the 1,000,001 slap that Black people have had to face in this country. I'm out.